Hello everyone, in today's video we're going to be taking a look at an interesting concept, and I like to call it letting the plane land itself. I know you're probably sitting there going, well, all planes in some sense are going to be landing on themselves. I mean, you can't force the thing on the ground, it will bounce. So we're going to take a look at that a little bit today. And again, this is a technique for people who are still struggling a little bit with trying to get soft landings when you're first trying to kind of get that first real clincher. So we're up here in Orange County Regional. This is a nice little airport, now pretty quiet. One thing I love about it is the runways are incredibly long, but they're also incredibly narrow. So you get kind of this odd, I don't know, the best way to describe it is this, how would I describe that? It's like almost like a cornrow kind of thing going on. You'll see exactly what I mean when we start getting lined up for a runway approach here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a pretty standard traffic pattern. I'm not doing anything extreme by any means here. You can see, like I said, how stupid narrow those runways are. We'll go ahead and give ourselves a little bit of room so we can line up for this, and we're just going to go ahead and execute the rest of the pattern here. So what do I mean by making the plane land itself? What I simply mean is lining the nose of the plane up in such a way that it's in the correct landing attitude, and then simply manipulating your throttle a little bit in order to make sure that the plane lands at the proper place at the proper speed. Let me show you exactly what I mean. So like I said, we're going to line ourselves up here, and basically all we're going to try to do is keep landing attitude. We're not going to do anything fancy, we're not going to try to carefully, smoothly pull back as we go, as we would in a normal landing in order to facilitate that soft. We're literally just going to let the plane come down on its own and go ahead and stick itself to the ground softly. You'll see exactly what I mean when we get there. So we'll go set ourselves up. Got ourselves a nice little left downwind here. There used to be a really nice crab shack right across the street there, but too bad there isn't. So we'll go ahead and set up for landing. Go ahead and pull my throttle back. Go ahead and drop that first click a notch as it flapses. And we're going to get to the flapses. It's going to make us go slowses. Seizes, bosses? Exactly. So we're going to go ahead and slow down. Again, we don't have to do anything too excessive here. A bunch of really, really nice lakes here. Really, really cool reservoir over in that direction also. Come slow down. Looks pretty good. We're a little out to sea here, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. So what are we going to do? So what we're going to do is we're going to set ourselves up over the runway, and we're basically going to just hold the nose at the same angle and let the plane come down on its own. Now, most people are like, oh, I do that all the time. Well, let's see how disciplined you can be as far as that goes. So again, once I get that natural attitude going, I'm just going to hold it. You'll see exactly what I mean when we get lined up for approach here. All right, that looks pretty good. I don't want to do anything too excessive here. Go ahead and pop those last couple clicks of flaps in. Well, actually, we only have flaps 30 on this particular version of the 172. Nice coordinated turn. We're a little high. We're pretty much right on speed here. Okay, let's go ahead and get lined up. So as everybody knows, the key to a really, really good landing is usually comes in the approach. Now we're going a little faster this approach. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pull the nose up, give ourselves a little bit of a skid here. Just bleed out a little bit of that energy. There we go. Much better. Again, just going to hold that. Now we lose our speed gently as we descend here. That big old number 32 is our target, but we're not going to hit it, and nor should we have to. Okay, let's come out of the slip. All right, so let's do it. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to get ourselves close to the ground, and I'm going to hold my nose up in landing attitude, which is right here. I'm going to wait. And that's it. We're now on the ground. I'm going to go ahead and grab myself, pull myself backwards here. Gotta watch out for that little kind of aggravated stall you tend to create. And let's do it one more time. So again, getting myself lined up, getting my speed correct here, my flaps are in the correct position. We do have a little bit of a crosswind to make things a little more fun. You can see a nice bit of turbulence. But now we have everything just about the right attitude. So again, all we're going to do is we're going to pull the throttle back when we get close to the end of the runway. We're going to hold the nose up at about 3 or 4 degrees above the horizon, and we're just going to wait for the bump. Line ourselves up. Speed's good. Wind change. It's all right. Close to the end of the runway. We're going to go and pull that throttle back. We're going to hold at 3 or 4 degrees. We're just going to hold it there. We're not going to do anything else. You see how soft that landing was. I didn't fitz with it. I didn't fiddle with it. I didn't try to pull up and down. You can see by how crazy those socks are, how interesting this wind is. But notice how the plane just kind of came down on its own and settled. All I had to do is keep it at the same angle rather than trying to fight it relative to the ground. Other than that, enjoy.